Brook Forest Voices presents the unabridged recording of Just Beyond Harmony by Gaydell Collier, performed by Andrade.
Chapter 1. A Little Chunk of Heritage. We knew the old cabin was there, tucked back into the tall cottonwoods by the big Laramie River. At the time, we were living in the tenant house on a neighboring Wyoming ranch where my husband worked as a hand. Fresh green beans piled in the sink, and I was making supper when Roy burst into the kitchen, his cheeks and chin black with grease. He grinned broadly, beaming like sunshine beneath a battered western straw hat. Sweat had stained a wide, dark band on its crown above the bent brim. He pushed the hat back on his pale forehead, but left it on. He'd been haying the native grass, grown lush in the summer heat. Considering his appearance, I guessed. "You were stacking today, and at least 2 tractors broke down. A mower and one of the sweeps. But never mind that. Come see our new home." "I'm obviously cutting green beans. I need to start the hot dogs, the rice is still in the box, and—" "Kids!" Roy yelled, his voice covering indoors and outdoors equally. "Mommy says let's go for a ride and see our new house." "He lies," I yelled on general principles, forgetting the green beans. "Now you've done it. They'll think you're serious." "I am." "And then there'll be wailings and carryings on." Our 4 children, ages 5 to 9, appeared from various directions. "What house? Are we moving? How come, huh? Where are we going?" "Oh, hush up and go climb into the pickup," I snapped. Roy gave me a quick frown of disapproval. "Mommy means please go get in the pickup." I tossed the paring knife into the beans, jabbed him in the ribs with my fist, and called the dog. "Why leave the dog behind?" Peggy sat between Roy and me, her big German shepherd ears in riding position, cocked outward because they'd rub on the roof if she held them up straight. The kids sat in the truck bed. They had strict instructions to sit down in the box, not on the sides. The 2 older boys settled their younger sister and brother between them. We bounced gently along the lane, crossed 2 irrigation ditches on narrow concrete bridges, and bumped over cattle guards. We proceeded slowly because Roy always proceeded slowly, which was fine now because we were less likely to lose the kids that way. The road curved west, and the sun, low over the long, rambling bulk of Sheep Mountain, smacked us in the eyes. Roy pulled the hat brim low over his glasses. To the southwest, Jelm Mountain rose majestically beyond the big Laramie River. Newly shorn hay meadows looked tidy and smelled fresh and clean. The kids jabbered in the back. The dog smiled ear to ear and drooled on the seat. We passed a stately, many-roomed log house and a huge log barn with its complex of corrals, and stopped at a tall corral gate. Peering through, I could see a cabin several hundred yards up ahead, framed by a thickness of large cottonwoods. Made of the same dark logs as house and barn, it looked overgrown and abandoned, but also snug and permanent, as though growing from the rocks and landforms of an earlier age. I sighed. The dog panted dog slobbers onto my lap, and the kids clamored out. "Take your time," Roy yelled. "Careful, slow down." He was always telling us to slow down, as though he could arrest time and work it backward between his fingers. The big gate wasn't about to open easily, so the kids scrambled over the log fence, and I followed. Peggy trotted in elongated circles with her nose to the ground, pinpointing details for later study. The cabin looked square, and the roof sloped up on all 4 sides to the center chimney. An addition, which seemed to be an enclosed porch, ran the width of the front, and on its—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?